Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us today, myself, Magesh Bhupati, Chief Manager for the Advanced Manufacturing Training. On behalf of the Tata Indian Institute of Skills, I extend warm welcome to all participants, including Renishaw team members, Tata IIS, and other all participants. Tata IIS is a pioneering initiative by the Tata Group in collaboration with the Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, dedicated to developing a future-ready workforce, not only for India, for the world, through industry-aligned training in advanced manufacturing, electric vehicle, hospitality services, and emerging fast technologies. It is my honor to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's webinar, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, a seasoned global leader in the global metrology precision engineering landscape. Mr. Sanjeev currently serves as the Deputy Director for the Business Development and Services at Renishaw India, one of the world leading metrology and advanced manufacturing companies. Dr. Sanjeev brings with him more than 2 decades of international experience across business strategy, product development, sales, research and development, and organizational design. Mr. Sanjeev holds a PhD in mechanical engineering from the Prestige University of Bath at UK. Throughout Mr. Sanjeev's career, he has successfully led cross-functional teams, built high-impact business strategies. He contributed significantly to driving sustainable growth and innovations. His uniqueness and his ability to connect people, operations, and strategy, along with his forward-thinking mindset, has made him a catalyst for breakthrough performance and long-term value creation. As a Tata Indian Institute of Skills, privileged to have him share his insights with us today. Topic from calipers to CMM, path to a purposeful and rewarding career. So during webinar, you may have questions. Please post your questions in chat section. 10 minutes before completing the session, Mr. Sanjeev go through it and answer your questions, followed by vote of thanks, my colleague, Mr. Sushant Singh. And I don't want to waste any more time. I'm thrilled, very eager to listen Sanjeev Kumar webinar. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much for accepting Tata's invitation and your valuable time spending like us who are aspiring to become a Renishaw at Metrology to learn the skills. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, and namaste and good evening to everyone. I am very humbled by your words. In a very simple word, I am just an engineer, right? And have a passion to take India to #1 in the world. That's it. Nothing more than that. So before we start, my request to everyone joining today, from wherever you are, that I want your active participation in this next 60 minutes of talk. Okay. The way to do that, I'll ask certain questions as we go along. हम लोग जैसे जाएंगे, we will ask certain question. I want you to interact and be active on the chat. Are you going to do that? Just type yes in the chat box. I'll wait. I'll wait for your yes in the chat. I just want to see. Please come on, right? Please come on. Okay. So I think before we start, from Renishaw as an organization, I am highly thankful to Mangesh sir, Sushant sir, Srishti, Nidhi madam, and the whole Tata group and the whole Tata IIS, and along with my colleague Mr. Amit Chaudhary, who was instrumental in organizing this. So I'm highly indebted, and I have been looking forward to this for some time now. Okay, and I'll tell you why as we go along. Before that, how many of you are comfortable in English and Hindi? Just type into the chat box. English and Hindi. And if you are comfortable with both, just type both. I just want to see in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Dhanyavad. 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 I just wanted to understand that मैं अपनी communication किस language में करूँ. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Privilege. So I think let us spend next 60 minutes focusing on you. आज का जो सेशन है इट इज फॉर यू whoever you are, आप जहां से भी हैं, wherever you are from, there is everything for you, right? The whole focus is about you and your career from wherever you are, right? So everything is about you. So before I start, I thought of starting with this
शक्ति परिवार
moving
को गुरु कांति साय का नमस्कार. सपने मत देखो, सपने कभी सच नहीं होते. मेरा बापू कहता था.
Can you tell me from which movie this is? Which movie? Yes. Which movie is this? Right. Right, Divyanshi. Right, Vibhuti. Right, Mangesh sir. Guru. Okay. Okay, let me ask another question. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your participation. How many of you dream and dream big? Just type I. How many of you dream? Just type. If you dream, just type. And how many times has it happened कि आपके सपने को आप कभी जैसे बचपन में बोलते हो या कभी बोलते हो यार मुझे अपनी कंपनी चालू करनी है या I have to do this. How many times has it happened that somebody has said no, it is not possible, आप नहीं कर सकते, opportunity are less, or you don't have this. How many times has it happened? Just type yes if it has happened to you. I just want to see. Okay. Prakhyat says yes. Amit says yes. Has it happened to you that you said, I have this dream, and somebody has said, no, you cannot do it? Okay. All right, good. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that as we go along. Okay. What is your dream career? What is your dream career and why? Can you just type into the chat box? What is your dream career? What do you want to be? I just want to see what are you thinking about. आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है? What is your dream? Whatever it comes, there's no right or wrong answer. If somebody wants to become a prime minister, just write prime minister. That's my dream. That's my dream career, right? What is your dream career? And just answer why if you can. Just type into the chat box. Sushant said metrologist. Whatever is that. What about others? I want active participation. जितना आप participate करोगे, आप दोगे X, मैं आपको 10X देने वाला हूँ. If you give X, I'll give you 10X, right? So Dhyaneswar says yes. A film director, Divyansu, metrology professor. These are very polished words. What do you want to become? What do you want to become? What is your dream career? Engineer, IIS, or say what is that? Manager, starting a company, software developer. Okay, somebody writes software. Prakhyat writes software developer. What else? What is design engineer? Okay, good. Thank you for your. Thank you. And आपके दिमाग में क्या है? What is the impact do you want to make? आप जो career बनाना चाहते हैं, let's say if somebody written metrology engineer, somebody written software. What is the impact? आप क्या achieve करना चाहते हैं? Good. What is the impact that you want to create? Leaving behind a sustainable world, right? I like that. Okay, that's a big impact. Dream to start institution to bring rural youngsters to elevate higher level by giving. Absolutely, that is what we need. Solve problems. Guys, I really want you to think, because if you don't think, there's no point listening, right? Once you think, then you can take action. So, okay, somebody says solve problem. And how can you fulfill your dream? Whatever dream you have. Okay, some of you have chosen to say, this is my dream. This is I want to become software. I want can you fulfill your dream? Take every day small step, Kashinath says. Okay. Good thing, yes. It's a continuous improvement. You have to improve every day. More groundworks, consistency. Prakhya said yes. It's very important. Right. And I want you to pay attention now. अभी मुझे पता है, अभी बहुत लोग chat पे आंसर दे रहे हैं. I think 5% of you are answering on the chat, the rest are not. That's fine. That's okay. But I understand, अभी आपके दिमाग में यहाँ बैठे तो हैं, सुन तो रहे हैं, शायद maybe you are listening to this by your mobile or maybe listening from your laptop. Okay, how many of you are joined from, where are we joined from, mobile or laptop? Just type into the chat box. If you have joined from laptop, type laptop. If you have joined from mobile, just type mobile. Okay, just want, I want a lot of answers in this because this is everybody can answer, right? So okay. So अभी आप लोग कुछ लोग मोबाइल से ज्वाइन किए हैं. Some of you have joined from laptop. And I know that there may be other messages coming on your phone. Somebody's trying to ring you. Some other thoughts are going into your mind. Maybe you are thinking about yesterday. Something had happened. Maybe you're thinking about tomorrow. अरे यार कल मैं ये करने वाला हूँ या मैं यहाँ जाने वाला. Maybe a lot of things are running in your head. Are a lot of things running in your head? Yes or no? Just type into the chat box. Are there a lot of things running in your head? Okay, Sanjay said yes. Susan said yes. Mimasha said yes. Akash said no. Okay. It is quite possible that a lot of things are running in your head. Either कोई girlfriend का phone का इंतजार कर रहा होगा या कोई boyfriend के साथ जाने का plan कर रहे होंगे या कोई पापा का इंतजार कर रहा होगा या somebody is waiting for some message or thinking अरे को लग रहा है क्या ये डॉक्टर साहब बोल रहे, चलो ये तो सुनते रहेंगे, कुछ और भी सोचते हैं, right? So my request to you right now, leave everything behind. आप कल का नहीं सोचें, कल जो हो गया or whatever is going to happen tomorrow, आप सब छोड़ दें. For next 45 minutes, you leave everything, right? Just focus here. Because if you are serious about your career, are you serious about your career? Just type yes or no. Career, just type career into the chat box. Career. I want to see. Are you serious about your career? Just type career. Type C, let's say for an example. If you are serious about your career, आप कल का बात भूलिए, कल क्या करने वाले हैं छोड़िए, मैसेजेस मत देखिए, ईमेल मत सोचिए, कौन क्या बोला मत सोचिए. अगले for next half an hour to 45 minutes, just focus here. Just focus on now. Just focus in present. Because क्या पता, in next half an hour, in next 45 minutes, in next 60 minutes, maybe you listen, maybe you get one idea, one insight, one point that will change your career. और वो क्या पता वो एक चीज 45th minute में आए, 43rd minute में आए, 28th minute में आए. Because if you miss that, you will miss a chance to change your career, right? So focus for next 45 to 60 minutes here, in now. Be here fully, be present. All right. So let's move on with that. First of all, I'd like to pay homage to my Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, who was the head of the department in IIT Kharagpur. And right now he is the IIM Mumbai director. Whatever I am today, it is because of him. And not only me, a lot of students. And I know that a lot of you are wherever you are today, aap jahan bhi hai, it is because of your parents or gurus or professors or somebody in your life. So I want you for a moment to really pay respect to them. And I am very, very grateful. मैं सबके लिए बहुत ही grateful हूँ कि you have joined. आजकल ना कोई आदमी 2 मिनट किसी के लिए समय नहीं निकालता है. You have taken an hour. आपने 1 घंटा लिया है. You have taken an hour to come and listen. So I am extremely grateful, and it's a responsibility on me and Tata IIS to make sure that this 1 hour is the best 1 hour that you're going to spend, right? So I'm very grateful. So now,
7, 6,
look at this
5,
video.
4,
Look at this
3,
video very
2,
carefully.
1,
Okay?
0.
समय आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं 2 S200 रॉकेट
plus 5 seconds.
दोनों का प्रज्वलन हो गया है और उससे
Can you tell me
640
what is
टन वाले
this video about?
भारतीय
This is
रॉकेट
the
नौगन
video.
को
What is
ऊपर
this
की ओर लेके
video
जा
about?
रहे हैं।
What is this video about? Just type into the chat box. What is this Chandrayaan 3 Prakhasis? What about others? What is this video about? Chandrayaan 3, okay. I just want to see, I think, and I'll talk about something. Chandrayaan 3, C3, yes. You're right, absolutely right. मेरे पास अगर कुछ गिफ्ट होता है तो मैं सबको देता है. चलिए मैं आपको किस देता हूँ. Everybody gets a kiss from right now. You all are right. Chandrayaan 3, okay? So the reason why I am talking about this Chandrayaan 3, आपको पता है कि ये चंद्रयान का जो मिशन था इंडिया का, उसमें कितना खर्चा हुआ था? How much did we spend? I've given on the screen, but do you know that how much money was spent on this? $141 million, okay? अगर इसको मैं करोड़ में अगर मैं बात करूं तो समथिंग अराउंड 1200 करोड़ के आसपास खर्च. निकम जी ने बोला 600 करोड़, ऋषिकेश बता रहे 600 करोड़ के आसपास खर्चा हुआ था. सोचिए. और आपको पता है इसी सेम प्रोग्राम अमेरिका का जो था उसमें कितना खर्चा हुआ था? उसमें 5 टाइम्स ज्यादा खर्चा हुए थे. अमेरिका स्पेंड 5 टाइम्स मोर फॉर द सेम प्रोग्राम. हमारा एक प्रोग्राम था मंगलयान, राइट? We spent $70 million, and America's program Maven, they spent at least 10 times more, right? What does this tell? Okay, what does this tell? Why I am showing this? Why I am showing this stat? Tell me in the chat box. What does this tell? That India had the same program with the same output in less than 10th of the cost that was taken by, say, America. What does this tell? Anything आपके दिमाग में जो आ रहा है प्लीज लिखिए. Don't think right, wrong. Just type. We customize the cost. महेश जी बता रहे. What else? What does this tell? That we spent 1/10 and America can achieve that. Resource using better way. We customize the cost. Better engineers in India. Ability to think out of the box. Because we don't have a choice. I like that. I like that, Bhavin. What else? Okay. Thank you for your answer. India's strength minimum cost. The point I want to bring here is space. Space is an area where India is number 1 in the world or at par with America, right? So this is one sector jahan pe with limited resource, limited expenditure, with a lot of constraint, we have achieved number 1 in the world, close to number 1 in the world. So what does this tell? That I think Amit wrote it. Indian engineers are amazing, right? We just need a purpose. We just need to spend some time somewhere, and we have the capability to be the best in the world. And that is what it shows. In such a high-tech sector, space as a sector, India is at the top of the world. If India can be top in the space, can India not be number 1 in the other sectors? Yes or no? Let's say other sectors such as aerospace, defense, EV. Can India be yes number 1 or not? हो सकता है. The first thing, it is possible. मैं यहाँ जितने भी लोग इंजीनियर्स हैं, सबको सलाम करता हूँ, क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा सेक्टर है लोग नहीं आना चाहते हैं, राइट? A lot of people, उनको ये उतना एस्पिरेशनल, उनको उतना सेक्सी नहीं लगता है, राइट? So I really salute all the manufacturers, all manufacturing professors, all engineers. So just can everyone, जितने भी लोग हैं, 62 people in this, can they write salute? Because they are building the nation. Manufacturing builds the nation. Just want to see. जितना वो deserve करते हैं, उनको उतना appreciation and acknowledgement उतना नहीं मिलता, जितना मिलना चाहिए. We should celebrate manufacturing. And not only as a manufacturer, you have potential to earn big. आप पैसा अच्छा खासा कमाते हो. This is a have a lot of potential to earn a lot of amount, and not only that, आप एक राष्ट्र बनाते हैं, you are able to build a nation, right? This is one sector that gives you a direct power, not only to earn money, but also to contribute towards the nation building. This is a fact. In last 4 years, and I have read somewhere else as well, 22 लाख नए job manufacturing में आए. 22 lakh new jobs have come in manufacturing. Can you write 22 into the chat box? Just write 22. 22 lakh jobs have come in manufacturing in last 4. How many of you think is amazing? आपको क्या पता था? If you are surprised by this stat, please write surprised. Just write surprised. 22 lakh, 22 lakh new jobs were created in this sector last 4 to 5 years. It is such a rewarding sector. It is such a rewarding sector जहां इतने सारे job create हुए हैं, right? And this is a sector. अगर मैं last year की बात करूं, because this year's number I haven't got, but between 22 to 23, 32% employment have increased. और ये काफी evident है, मतलब ये आपको दिखता होगा. देखिए बहुत सिंपल सी बात है, it's a very simple logic. आपको पता है ना आजकल मोबाइल फोन्स का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडिया में हो रहा है. How many of you know? Just type no. How many of you know that mobile phones are now being made in India, right? A lot of mobile phones are being made in India. And I tell you, because India में पहले bikes बनते थे, bikes, cars, they used to be built in India. Some of the defense equipments were built in India. But as we build more, जब हम ज़्यादा बनाएंगे, तो we will need more resources. And especially in manufacturing, when the manufacturing grows, it creates a lot of employment. And in the last 3 to 5 years, manufacturing has grown, has doubled, right? अगर मैं आपको एक stat बताऊं, मैं आपको ज़्यादा stat नहीं देना चाहता हूं, फिर I'll give you a stat. 5 years ago, the manufacturing output of India was $200 billion, and this is now $600 billion. 60 लाख करोड़ का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आउटपुट है. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इज ग्रोइंग लाइक एनीथिंग. इट हैज गॉन 3 times एंड इट इज एविडेंट. मोबाइल फोन्स बन रहे हैं, बहुत सारी टीवीज बन रहे हैं, रेफ्रिजरेटर्स बन रहे हैं, बाइक्स बन रहे हैं, कार्स बन रहे हैं, आपके डिफेंस के इक्विपमेंट्स बन रहे हैं, मेडिकल के इक्विपमेंट्स बन रहे हैं. एंड दैट्स वेयर द जॉब्स आर बीइंग क्रिएटेड. And not only just job, but high paying jobs as well. So people are earning good amounts. So there are people earning in the range of 5 lakh per annum to 10 lakh per annum to 15 lakh per annum to 20 lakh per annum to 40 lakh per annum to 60 lakh per annum to crore per annum to 2 crore and above per annum as well. So not only jobs, but a lot of jobs, about a high rewarding jobs. And on the top of that, you are contributing to building a nation. And that is what is happening in manufacturing. I thought that a lot of people are not aware. So that's why I thought I will share this. How many of you were not, how many of you it was in news? Just type news. आप लोगों में से कितने लोगों को ये चीज नहीं पता थी? Just type news. I just want to see and be honest with yourself. Right? Because this is such a rewarding sector. Just type news in the chat box. How many of you were not aware? I just want to see more. अरे 62 लोग 63 लोग हैं and I'm seeing only 5, 10. आप और हम एक हैं भाई. We are one, right? You give me X, I'll give you 10X, right? It is such a, and it is our responsibility to inspire, motivate, and show you path that what can you choose. आपके सामने पूरी लाइफ पड़ी हुई है कि what you want to do. Okay, let's move on. अभी मैं आपको एक स्टैट दिखाता हूं. I just want to bring a comparison here. Okay, how many of you know the GDP of USA? आप फटाफट गूगल से भी पूछ के डाल सकते हैं. But I just want to see how many of you know what is the GDP? What is the GDP of USA? What's the GDP of USA? Just type into the chat box. Okay, 33 trillion. Rishikesh is saying. What about others? What is the GDP of USA? Just want to see. 29 trillion. Okay. Okay. So I think you guys are right. It is between 28 to 32 trillion. The USA GDP is number 1 in the world. Okay. What I am showing. अच्छा मैं इस ग्राफ में क्या दिखा रहा हूं? Just type into the chat box what I am showing in this graph. Whatever comes to your mind, right? What I'm showing in this graph. Just type into the chat box. What I'm showing in this graph. I'm going to show something very interesting, right? Thank you, Bhavesh ji. Thank you. आप अगले 5 मिनट ना अपने दिमाग को एकदम पिन पॉइंट करके रखिएगा. Just be here for next 5 minutes and you will be amazed by what I'm going to show you, right? So I'm showing you the GDP growth of United States of America in last 70 years. Okay, so it has and how it has gone from 29 trillion. अब मैं आपको अच्छा आप लोगों को ये सेशन में मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं? just type enjoying. अगर आपको बोरिंग हो रहा है, you can be very honest because I'm a businessman and I believe in transparency and clarity. If you're enjoying, just type enjoying. Okay, and I am able to handle both positive and negative feedback both. So I love feedback. Let me tell you that. Okay. So what I'm trying to show here, a GDP growth of America from last 70 years. And if you carefully look at, and that some information I have not given here, but I'm going to tell you some information. 1955 to 1975, when their GDP was around less than 5 trillion or around say 5 trillion, you tell me what was the contribution of manufacturing in that? Just a guess. I'm not expecting you to know the answer, but from 1955 to 1975, when their GDP was around India's current GDP, do you know what was the manufacturing contribution? What percentage of that was manufacturing? Do you know that? Just take a guess. Okay, I'm getting an answer 33% and 30%, 85%, 15 to 25%. Okay, thank you for the feedback. It's an important point. मैं क्यों ये ला रहा हूँ? Just listen to this. So right now, America's GDP is around $30 trillion. Between 55 to 75, when the GDP was around $5 trillion to $6 trillion, 35 to 40% of the GDP was manufacturing GDP. 35. and आपको याद होगा अगर आप अपने चाचा से, पिताजी से, दादाजी से, भाई से, if you go, or maybe you can go to ChatGPT or Google, you can ask, you will remember a lot of iconic companies in manufacturing came from America at that time. Ford, GM, Chrysler, Boeing, a lot of companies, right? So at that time, the manufacturing, America was the number 1 in manufacturing between 55 to 75, 80, 85. After that, Japan took over. And the reason why I'm showing this, that China's current GDP is something around, what is the China's GDP figure? America is 30 trillion. What is the China's GDP right now? What is the China's GDP right now? Anybody? Just a quick, right. It's around 18 trillion. So China's GDP is 45% of China's current GDP, 45% to 50% is manufacturing. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you, that for any country to become superpower, or any country's exponential growth starts when they first become the manufacturing superpower. So America became this economic superpower because they were manufacturing superpower for 30 to 35 years, from 55 to say 85. Then right now China is among that league. So China and America both are economic superpower, and China is right now number 1 manufacturing superpower, where the contribution is around 45%. Now tell me, India's GDP is around 4.2 trillion. So I will not ask that question. Now tell me, what is the manufacturing contribution in India's GDP? What percent? What is the percentage of manufacturing contribution in India's GDP? And it is very important that the reason why I'm bringing this thing up. So you're absolutely right, Divyanshu, Mahesh sir, it's around 14-15%. So now you see, आज के दिन में हम 15% है. हमको जाना कहां तक है? Type into the chat box. If our contribution in India is 15%, where do we need to go? From where to what percent we can reach? We can reach to 30 to 40%, 45%. Even we'll love to reach 70%, right? Now, जब हम ये 35 to 40%, फर्स्ट एम इज 25%, जब हम ये 25% से 30% से 35% बनेंगे, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, and my friends, my brothers and sisters, and my uncles and fathers and mothers, everybody who is listening here or will listen later on, that once the manufacturing contribution in India crosses 25% to 30%, India will start to become the economic powerhouse in the world. So manufacturing is the most important element to make India number one superpower. Understood? How many of you understood this? If you have understood, type manufacturing in this. Because manufacturing is what will take India to become the number one superpower in the world. And that is what, like our honorable Prime Minister has set 2047 as a milestone to become a developed nation. And by that time, we will definitely become the developed nation. We will be the number one in the world. And the main catalyst will be manufacturing. And that is why मैं इसीलिए बता रहा हूं, ये जो मैंने बताया ना कि why manufacturing is important, मैं इसके लिए नहीं बोल रहा because I, Amit and everybody else is working in manufacturing only. I'm not saying because I am in this field. I'm saying because this is the future. Manufacturing will take India to number one in the world. Without manufacturing, we will not be number one in the world. So manufacturing will take to a stage, and later on after that, finance and other services will take. Okay? Manufacturing is so important. Now listen this, look at this video.
हमने सपना देखा हिंदुस्तान की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी बनने का सपना. तो क्या अपना सपना पूरा हुआ? रुक जाए या देखें एक और सपना. बनना चाहते हो दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी?
You tell me how many of you believe that India will become the number one in the world, number one power. Just type number one. Type if you believe. I've got 64 people in this call right now, and I want to see 64 number ones here. If you believe that India will be number one in the world, I want to see that. Because first thing is to believe. अगर आप बिलीव करेंगे, आप लोग में से जितने लोग यहाँ हैं, if you start to believe that you will start your own company, you will be entrepreneur, you will be businessman, you will be the director, you will be manufacturing expert, quality, whatever is that, if you start to believe that, you will become that. You will become that. And I want to see how many of you write this. India is going to become the number one. Like what we saw in this video, this was a very classic case. Once we start to believe, we will become. एक रामधारी सिंह दिनकर की एक किताब है, पुस्तक है रश्मि रथी. उसमें उसके 3य अध्याय में वो जब पांडव जब लौट के आते हैं, वनवास से, तो बड़ा अच्छा कविता है. बोलते हैं वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम. वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम, सह धूप काम पानी पत्थर, पांडव आए कुछ और निखर. सौभाग्य न सब दिन सोता है, देखे आगे क्या होता है. India is destined to become number one in the world. You all are destined to have the amazing, amazing, amazing career, because this is your time. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. Okay. If you believe in this, just type your name now. I want to see your name. If you believe in this, that you will achieve what you want to achieve. I just want to see your name. I want to see your names now, right? Because this is possible and you will do this, right? अभी इसको अब देखिए, अभी तक हमने क्या बात किया है? अभी तक हमने ये बात किया है कि पहले तो प्रेजेंट में रहना सीखा है. My first message was that forget about the past, forget about worrying about the future, live in present, right? आज के बारे में सोचो, अभी के बारे में सोचो, be fully present. क्योंकि the only moment that we have is now, right? ज्यादा सपने देख करके, ज्यादा पीछे का सोच के कौन क्या बोल रहा है, क्या मैसेज भेज रहा है, क्या सोच रहा है, फलाना ठिकाना, that is not going to change anybody's life. First is the be in present, be present, live present. Second, India is destined to become number one and manufacturing is the vehicle. Number three, all of you, each one of you has a potential to achieve whatever you dream, right? Now, what we will see in next half an hour, what is the formula? Are you excited about knowing the formula? Just type excited. How many of you want to know the formula? I just want to see. I'll give you one formula. How can you see? What can you do? Okay, good, Prakhat, good. Good, Lavanya, good, Vibhuti, good, Amit, good, Akash. I'm just seeing the usual name. बाकी लोग क्या girlfriends and boyfriend के answer कर रहे हैं क्या messages को, या कोई homework बना रहे हैं क्या? Anybody, I'm talking about your career, your future, India's career, right? It's our at least responsibility to take steps to build the nation. And not only that, अगर आप अपना future बनाएंगे तो nation का future बनेगा ही बनेगा, right? Okay. अब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडिया में बढ़ रहा है, राइट? इट्स ग्रोइंग, एज आई टोल्ड यू दैट $200 billion to $600 billion लास्ट 5 years में हो गया. A lot of companies from Western worlds are setting up plants in India. I think whether you take it mobile phones, whether you take it bikes, whether you take it cars, whether you take it flights, defense, medical, everything production has doubled. But does that mean, and be honest with yourself, but does that mean that everybody will succeed in this? Yes or no? Manufacturing में बहुत जॉब आने वाले हैं, बहुत पोटेंशियल है, राइट? बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटी है. But does that mean that everybody will be successful? Everybody will be able to do because manufacturing बढ़ने वाला है? ऐसे होगा क्या? मतलब there is a wave, big wave, but having a big wave, does it mean that everybody will be able to ride the wave? Yes, almost all of you are right. No. So किसको opportunity मिलेगी? Always remember, opportunities reward those who are prepared. जो लोग prepared रहते हैं, people who are prepared, they get the opportunity. Agree? Just type agree if you agree with this. People who are prepared, they get the opportunity, right? So now you tell me, before I talk about something, in order to get the maximum out of these opportunities in manufacturing में जो इतना potential है, so much potential is in manufacturing, and to be able to get the maximum out of this for each one of you, what is important? What is important? Tell me. अभी तक तो हम agree किया कि भाई मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, काम करना, we'll have to work, we'll have to study, we have to do something, because it will not just automatically fall on my lap, right? So what is that you will need to do? सोचिए. I've asked you to think. What is that you need to do? क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? What is that you need to do? What is that you need to do? Whatever comes to your mind, please type into the chat box. What is that you need to do? Akash says quality. Okay. Good thinking. What else? What is that you need to do? Collaborate. Okay. Collaborate किस direction में? Think about collaborate. I want to collaborate with who? In which direction? For what? Right? Lock in. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you a question in a more simple thing. What do you need to do mastery? Because better supply chain में, okay. What manufacturing से maximum output लेने के लिए, what is that thing that you need to master? Focus on my strength, align myself according to opportunity. Right, Pratik? Right? So what is that you need to master? Skill, okay? Skill in what? What is that you need to master? What? आपको मैं एक ऐसी चीज बताने वाला हूं. Everybody pay attention to the next slide. Next slide में मैं आपको ऐसा एक secret बताने वाला हूं. I'm going to tell you one vehicle in the next slide जो आप सबों की, for each one of you, your life will change. Or at least you will get one direction. You'll get a direction, and that is something with, if you start to mastery, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, uncles, fathers, mothers, all respected people, if you master that, whatever you're earning today, or whatever you're doing today, there is a potential to multiply that by 4 times. There's a potential that your impact will be amazing. So what is that? आप सोच रहे हो क्या है? Any guesses? क्या हो सकता है? Any guesses what that can be? What that can be, that if you master that, that will really change your life, and that will create a bigger impact in manufacturing. What is that? Any guesses? Type to the chat box. What that skill? Precision. I want each one of you to type precision into the chat box. If you start to mastery precision in manufacturing, and I'll tell you how. मैं केवल यहाँ पे ही नहीं छोड़ने वाला हूँ. I'm going to give you a formula. I'm not just going to leave you just like it is, right? I want all 63 people to write precision. Then only I'll go forward. तभी मैं आगे बढ़ूंगा. If you master precision in the context, I think in any context, but if you master precision in the context of manufacturing, if you master this, your life will change. Write this. अगर आपके पास, मेरे पास एक डायरी है, right? I'm sure अगर आपके पास कोई डायरी है तो उसमें लिखिए आप कि I will master precision. I'll tell you how, what you need to do. If you master precision, I'm writing it. I will master precision. Right? I tell you, if you write this down, and not just for the sake of writing, not just for the sake of writing, if you master this precision, your every ambition, your every aspiration, your every wish, your every goal will be completed, right? So how? What's the formula? So pehli cheez, precision drives quality, right? Precision, without precision, आप क्वालिटी नहीं अचीव कर सकते. अच्छा, आप मुझे बताइए, when you go out in the market, is there anybody here who wants to buy a bad quality product? Be honest and right. Is there anybody here who wants to buy a bad quality product? I want to see. If you don't want, type no. Right? Nobody wants to buy a bad quality. So what makes the quality is a precision. Is the ability to measure things in microns and build things in micron. What is precision? Some of you must be thinking, precision होता क्या है? अगर आपको नहीं पता है, अगर या आप या if you're new to this, precision होता है क्या है? Ability to measure in microns and ability to build things in micron. Precision drives quality. And ladies and gentlemen, quality is that what makes you competitive. And quality is that will make India competitive. और ये याद रखिए, मैं चाह रहा हूं चैट बॉक्स में आप लिखें प्रिसीजन, क्वालिटी, कंपेटिटिव. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज देखिए आज, अच्छा आप मुझे एक चीज बताइए, एंड देयर इज अ मिथ, आई वांट टू ब्रेक अ मिथ. इंडिया का सबसे अधिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में इंपोर्ट कहां से होता है? वेयर डू वी इंपोर्ट मैक्सिमम? फ्रॉम विच कंट्री वी आर इंपोर्टिंग द मैक्सिमम? फ्रॉम विच कंट्री? अपूर्व जी बोल रहे हैं चाइना. यस. अच्छा, नाउ you tell me why we are importing from China. Very simple question. Why are we importing from China? Why are we importing from China? Low cost. Now, cost effective. So, it's very simple. The stuffs that come out from China, in many things, they're very cost effective, very cost efficient. And how they have become cost efficient? Because they're very highly quality. So in order to become cost effective, you have to build quality. क्योंकि इसलिए हम नहीं खरीदते कि वो घटिया माल है. There's a myth in everybody's mind that Chinese, अरे China people buy a lot in a lot of manufacturing. If I talk about manufacturing, a lot of materials, lot of stuffs are imported from China because they're very high quality. So always remember, if you want to reduce the cost, what do you need to work on? Type into the chat box. If you want to reduce the cost, what do you need to work on? ये बहुत लोग नहीं समझ पाते हैं. If you need to reduce the cost, what do you need to work on? Yes, you need to, it's a backward. If you want to reduce the cost, you need to work on quality. In order to improve the quality, you need to work on precision. सिंपल सी बात है. I देखिए, मैं बहुत, as a businessman, I have to make things simple, right? So let me tell you, if you are making 100 pieces of mobile, okay, you're making 100 pieces of mobile, and if 20 piece of mobile is of bad quality versus 10 piece of mobile which is of bad quality versus 0 piece of mobile is a bad quality, which one will be more cost effective? आया समझ में? आया समझ में? भाई आपने 100 मोबाइल बनाए, उसमें से 20 मोबाइल खराब बन गए, उसमें से किसी के 10 मोबाइल खराब बन गए, किसी के कोई मोबाइल खराब नहीं बना. किसका पैसा कम लगेगा? एंड that is why China is very cost competitive, and some other Western companies are very, very cost competitive, and that is where we need to go. For India to become competitive, that is why we need to master that. आया समझ में? Understood? If you have understood, please type understood, because this is an important point I wanted to explain. Just type understood into the chat box, because this is important. Why I am saying that master precision, and mastering precision will change and transform your career. This is why. And where as a country we are bad at, just type into the chat box. Or let's ask this question in a different way. Where do you see a big gap in India in terms of manufacturing? Whatever you see, you may not have the full understanding, but where do you see the biggest gap in Indian manufacturing? Is quality. That is why the one skill that all of you can master to earn maximum in manufacturing and build a nation is precision, master precision. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll give you 3 secrets. We started at 5:10, so I'll now spend next 10 minutes on these secrets. कि वो क्या-क्या secrets हैं. What are those secrets, right? What can you do? So now you've understood that you have to master precision. So what are those secrets that you need to do to ensure that you are able to master that? Correct? Ready? Type ready into the chat box. आपको मजा आ रहा है क्या? Let me ask you first again. ऐसा नहीं हो मैं बोले जा रहा हूँ, डॉक्टर संजीव बोले जा रहे हैं, इनको तो अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि मैं बोल रहा हूँ. आपको मजा आ रहा है क्या? Enjoying. Just type enjoying if you are. If you are not enjoying, just type boring. Okay, I'm happy to have both as a feedback. Okay. Okay. So let's look at those three secrets. Okay, let's look at those three secrets. The first secret, really to understand that precision is power. If you can measure things in microns, if you can build things in microns, then you can achieve the level of quality that you want. Then you can make things as cost effective, as fast, and as readily available as possible, right? So
हमारा बजाज बुलंद भारत की बुलंद तस्वीर हमारा बजाज
And let me tell you guys, I think I'm very thankful to Amit who has put together these slides and he has worked really hard. उन्होंने काफी मेहनत की है so that each one of you is able to get your life-changing moment. So can you all write Amit into the chat box? Just write Amit because he has taken really hard work, done research, and I think he has put together this material so that all of you get that moment. And I am very confident that today's session is going to transform your life. Okay. So if you are familiar with Bajaj, good. If you're not, that's fine. आप पापा मम्मी से जाके बात कर सकते हैं, चाचा से बात कर सकते हैं, मामा से बात कर सकते हैं, भाई से बात कर सकते हैं. So Bajaj was an aspirational two-wheeler. अगर आप आज से 40 साल पहले की बात करें. And this is one of the, I think Bajaj Super. मेरे पापा ने 1987 में जब मैं 4 साल का था तो बजाज सुपर लाए थे और मुझे याद है बजाज आया, हम लोगों ने नारियल फोड़ा. I used to study in a school called Vivek Vidyalaya in Jamshedpur, in a place called Govindpur. वहां जाके सबको नारियल खिलाया. And that used to be happen with everybody there, right? I come from a very small place. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well. So उस समय का बजाज अगर देखें, I think there used to be two-stroke engine, 145cc. जो horsepower था, it's just a technical word. It used to produce around 7.5 horsepower. And I think जो mileage था आपका top speed, जो top speed था वो आज के today's youngster will laugh. I think it used to go only up to 40 miles per hour. And it used to take around 7 to 8 seconds to reach even 30 miles per hour. And the fuel economy was 85 I think per gallon, 85 miles per gallon. तो ये स्टोरी थी उस समय की सबसे टॉप गाड़ी की, राइट? और अगर बजाज डोमिनो 40 years ऑनवर्ड्स अगर देखें कितना था, 145 सीसी से 373 सीसी हो गया. आपका पावर जो है 7.5 हॉर्स पावर से 40 हॉर्स पावर हो गया. टॉप स्पीड ऑफ 99 और अब केवल 7 सेकंड लगते हैं. इट ओनली टेक्स अराउंड 7 seconds टू गेट अप टू द 60 माइल्स पर आवर एंड फ्यूल इकोनॉमी इज अराउंड 65. हाफ हो गए. सोचिए, हाउ वाज दिस पावर? ये पॉसिबल कैसे हुआ? How has this become possible? This became possible because we became better in precision. So this is the power of precision. Understood that this is the power of precision, that it completely transforms a product. It makes that product more efficient, more attractive, more features, more fancy, more convenient, more power, everything. And that is only possible when you are able to master precision. क्योंकि अगर आप जब क्वालिटी बनाने के लिए आपको क्वालिटी मेजर करना होगा, and if you can't measure, you can't build. So that is the power of precision. So why measurement matters? ये क्यों जरूरी है? Because इससे क्वालिटी इंश्योर होती है, this reduces cost, इससे आपके बहुत सारे compliance regulation होते हैं. For example, in aeroplane, there are a lot of compliance, right? To meet that compliance, you have to build quality. And that is why You know, how many of you know that flights, a lot of these flights and aerospace, big planes are not made in India. They're not made in India, a lot of them. They're not. Why? They're not made in India. ऐसा नहीं कि हम बना नहीं सकते हैं, because हमारी mastery नहीं है, because we haven't mastered over precision. If we start to master over precision, we'll start to make them in India, because India से अधिक किसी की डिमांड होगी क्या फ्लाइट्स की? Will any country have more demand for flights, more, say, apart from China? No. Whether it is commercial, whether it is defense, no. But why are we not able to make it that much? Why are we dependent on importing that? Because we don't have a mastery of precision. Now imagine, अब आप सोचिए, if you start to master this precision, how much opportunity it is going to open for you, right? So for an example, we are just showing some of the automotive engines and transmission. आपको पता है कि 10 माइक्रोन का, अगर आपका 10 माइक्रोन का इधर से उधर हो जाता है तो इफिशियंसी 5 to 10% डाउन हो जाती है. 10 माइक्रोन, एक माइक्रोन अपने एक हेयर की थिकनेस के बराबर होती है. 10 माइक्रोन का अगर आपके क्रैंकशाफ्ट में और पिस्टन में, if there is a deviation of 10 micron, your efficiency will go down by 5 to 10%. That is why it is so important. That is why if you are into aerospace, if you are into medical, if you're into these phones, if precision is not there, you will not be able to build quality. If you're not having a quality, you cannot make these things. You will make these things, but with a lot of rejection. And that is why it is so important to master precision, right? So precision is power. Now, second thing, that can I do it? A lot of you would be having this question in your mind. How many of you, guys, be with me for 10 minutes. अगले 10 मिनट में आपको फॉर्मूला मिलने वाला है कि how are you going to transform your life and career. You tell me, how many of you believe that? How many of you have doubt? Tell me. Just doubt. If you have doubt, can you do it? आपको ऐसे सवाल आ रहे हैं कि यार, can I do it? Because smart machines will need smart people, right? So the thing is, each one of you are capable to do it. It just needs right mindset and training. With the proper training and with the right mindset, you will be able to do it. The modern factories are connected. If you go to, so these are the kind, if you go to, if you walk to modern factories, you will see dashboards, you will see a lot of all these machines are talking to each other. They are connected, right? So modern factories are digital and automated, and they need skilled minds. ये skilled minds चाहता है. They require skilled people, skilled minds who understands both these tools, how these machines work and how this technology work. So that's where all of you, each one of you have got the basics, but you just need proper training. You need a right mindset to be able to do that. So each one of you can do that. Each one of you can be transformed into a smart people. For that, the number of areas where the metrology and the quality career are there, in the quality assurance field, automation engineering field, supplier quality field, research and development field. So there are a lot. So you need to get trained yourself in various aspects of metrology, various aspects of quality, and you can all do that. Once you do that, you will be able to capitalize on the opportunity that lies ahead. हमारी जो जर्नी थी आपकी, अगर मैं मेजर, अच्छा, how many of you know, do you know that who invented the first CMM probe? Just type yes or no. Do you know who invented the first CMM probe? अच्छा, do you know what is a CMM? How many of you know what is a CMM? Just type CMM. How many of you know which is a CMM? Just type. Okay. So CMMs are a coordinate measurement machine. So what I was talking about, that precision is the ability to measure in microns and then the build in microns. So to be able to measure that, you need certain machines. So those machines, so one type of machine is CMM, coordinate measurement. It's a machine on which you take any component, any part, anything, and you will be able to measure their dimension, उनका length, width, breadth, weight, a lot of other things, right? कितना गोला है, कितना depth है, कितना flat है, what all those intricate things. So these are the machines that is able to measure that, measure the precision. So the first CMM probes is invented by Renishaw, first CMM probe in the world. And for that invention, if ये invention नहीं होता, तो आज के दिन late Sir Dave Mack and John Deere, who is present, who is still alive, so both of them co-founded this company and they invented the first CMM probe. And because of that, precision became much automated, much simpler, much easier, much convenient. And that is why you see a lot of advancement in the field of aerospace, high-end automotive and automotive. अगर हम measure ही नहीं कर पाते तो भाई वो सब चीजें हम बना ही नहीं पाते, और उनको measure करने के लिए आपको इस तरह के मशीनें लगती. So इसमें भी काफी डेवलपमेंट हुआ. पहले मैनुअल CMMs थे, फिर उसके बाद ऑटोमेटेड 3D CMMs आए, और आज के दिन में तो 5 axis CMMs आ गए. मतलब there is improvement in measuring things fast, measuring things more efficiently, measuring things with more and more quality and more easier. So there's a lot of development that has taken place. So why I'm saying that, once you've made your mind and once you have decided in your mind, you can train yourself in these aspects. So मेरा second secret था कि these smart machines will need smart people, and each one of you can become smart by getting a proper training and learning in these things. And the third secret, which is also very important, the world needs people who can build things that last. तो इंडिया में इसी जगह अपॉर्चुनिटी है. तो आप लोग सोचते हो कि यार मैं ये सब स्किल ले लूं, लेकिन इसके बाद क्या? That is where the opportunity is, because anybody who is able to build quality, anybody who is able to contribute in the field of precision, they will be irreplaceable in the market, right? That's where the opportunity lies. Because अगर nation को भी build करना है तो precision चाहिए. So each one of you, India has such a massive opportunity that there's so much opportunity कि आपको अच्छी अवसर मिलेंगी. और ये इसको मैं दिखाता हूं आपको. I think अगर I just want to show, India is right now 4th largest producer of passenger cars globally, 4th largest in the world. And let me tell you, in the aerospace and defense, there's so much spend is happening. And I was telling, Indigo ने 1000 एयरक्राफ्ट का ऑर्डर दिया है. सोचिए क्या अगले 10 साल में इनका डिमांड सेटिस्फाई होगा? नहीं होगा, इनको और चाहिए होंगे. So there's so much demand internally, consumption led demand, and there's so much demand that will come from outside that the requirement for precision will go up and up. So people who will be able to master the precision, people who will be able to contribute to the quality, they have an amazing future ahead. So this is just to put a picture in front of you that right now India is just taken over Japan, right? Now next in the list is Germany, which we will take in 2 years time, 2 to 3 years time. I'm very confident that we will take over the Germany as well in the GDP. And if you look at the next 5 years GDP, India is poised to become number 3 in the world. Type number 3 into the chat box. We will become number 3 in the world in next 5 years. And for us to become the number 3 in the world, the most important part is manufacturing, because the next 3 million or 4 million that we will add, out of that 30% will come from manufacturing. And for there, people who have got mastery over precision, they will get the maximum opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, आपको अपने mindset को change करना है, right? That's the one thing I'll say. You have to have different mindset. You have to challenge yourself. आपको ना status quo में नहीं जीना है. चलता है नहीं चलना चाहिए. अरे यार ये चलता है. नहीं, ये नहीं चलता है. I want to become master in what I do, right? If I am my message to all of you that master the thing that you do, master the precision. ये चलता है आपको उसको हटाना है, ये जुगाड़ को हटाना है. Let us get mastery because we have the potential to be one in the world. Each one of you, आप में हर लोग जो आप अभी यहाँ हैं, each one of you can have an amazing career, provided you are able to change your mindset. And let us build what India deserves, right? India, अच्छा आप लोगों में से कितने लोग नंबर 2, नंबर 3 बनना चाहते हैं? Just type into the chat box. What do you want to become? Are you happy with number 3? Are you happy with number 2? Type yes or no. I've got 42 people in the chat. क्या आप कुछ messages type कर रहे हैं क्या कहीं और? आपका ध्यान नहीं है क्या यहाँ पे? Just type. Are you happy with number 2, number 3? No. We have to aim for number 1, right? And it's not arrogance. It's the confidence. Because India, भारत पहले भी विश्व गुरु था, right? हम एक ऐसा नेशन है जो कि we talk about everybody, right? सर्वधर्म सबका विकास की हम बात करते हैं. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम comes from India, right? But for that we have to become powerful. जिसकी लाठी उसी की भैंस बोलते हैं हमारे यहाँ, right? So for first we have to become powerful. For becoming powerful we have to become number 1, and for becoming number 1 we have to become number 1 in the manufacturing, which each one of you is highly capable. And I would want to finish this presentation with my idol Swami Vivekananda's quote, "You are the creator of your own destiny." So ladies and gentlemen, hope मैंने आपको ज़्यादा बोर नहीं किया, मगर मेरा एक ही मैसेज था मेरा और अमित का कि mastery the precision and your life, your career and the nation will change. Thank you very much for listening so actively and for being such an active participant. If you have any question, please ask. Me and Amit will answer those questions. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Tata, for organizing this. I must congratulate जो आपका जो एक गोल है, जो आपका एक मिशन है कि अगले 5 साल में you want to train 50,000 engineers in various facets. I congratulate you. I salute you. This is very important. This is needed right now. And I'm very thankful to you to increase the awareness. एक चिंगारी भी काफी जरूरी होती है. So thank you very much for all what you guys are doing. Thank you.
So we will wait for 2-3 minutes if anybody has questions.
You can reach to me anytime later as well. I'm available on LinkedIn. You can get my details from Sushant and Magesh sir. If you have any question, you can come back to me and Amit anytime, right? And I invite all of you to come and visit Renishaw facilities across the country. We have facility in big technology center in Pune, in Bangalore, in Vadodara. We have in Delhi and Chennai and various offices. So I would like to invite you to everywhere, wherever you can. Yes, and yes, Sushant, please.
Yeah. Anybody have a questions, please write in the chat box.
अच्छा आप लोगों को मजा आया कि नहीं? मैं ये पूछता हूँ पहले जी, did you guys enjoy or not the session? Was it useful? How much will you, out of 5, how much will you give for usefulness? So that's important. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev sir, for that insightful and inspiring sessions. Your deep knowledge and practical perspective on the evolution of metrology from a calipers to a cutting edge CMM, and how our GDP will be strong and India will become a number one in manufacturing, and giving a career guidance, mastering a precision in manufacturing, how precision drives quality that makes India competitive, has truly opened our eyes to the future of precision engineering. So जो बोलते हैं ना, जहां नाप सही होता है वहां क्वालिटी अपने आप आ जाती है. And today we have seen how technology, automations, and innovations are reshaping that very foundation. So to all our participants, thank you for joining us this evening. We hope this session sparked new ideas, answered your questions, and maybe even helped you discover a future career path in metrology, quality, or automations. On behalf of Tata IIS, we wish you all the best in your learning journey. Stay curious, stay precise, and keep measuring success. Dhanyavad and have a great evening ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Namaste.
So,
Thank you.
people, you can follow our page, follow our Instagrams, follow our LinkedIn pages. So we have keep in our chat boxes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.